Hey guys, I'm here with Eric and Justin from May West Manufacturing, and today we're going to be installing a brand new set of G4 stock stompers on our John Deere corn header.
All right, Zach, the biggest difference that we made by going with the torsion spring, we eliminated a lot of wearable parts, as you can see there.
Yep.
You have the coil spring, and then you have the chain, as well as the connector bracket. So a lot of wearable parts that we eliminated by going with the torsion spring.
It's a much simpler design.
Much simpler, much simpler. Zach, the great thing about this torsion spring unit, it's the same principle as what you have on the utility trailer, skid loader trailer. They use that torsion spring axle design. It's basically the same thing. Zach, our shoe is made of UHMW material, and this is a compression molded shoe.
I kind of want to ask you. So is this the stuff they make armor plating and snowmobile skis out of?
It is.
Wow.
It's very tough, durable material. Before we get started with any of the installation process, the first thing we want to do is make sure the proper safety procedures are taken care of. First of all, get that combine and head platform on level ground. Make sure the combine itself is in, the parking brake is on. And then lastly, since we're going to be working underneath this head, make sure that the header lock pin is in place, and as well as the cylinder lock on the combine. And then lastly, Zach, after the cylinder locks on the combine are in the lock position, let's make sure our safety glasses are put on. With every one of our kits, instructions are included. You can also find instructions for every one of our kits at maywest.com.
Perfect. So I've got a John Deere 612 header here. Is the process for installing these G4 stompers similar with other headers?
The installation process is going to be similar with all models of corn heads out there.
Well, it looks like a pretty simple design. I don't think we'll need much more than just some basic tools and stuff, so let's get started here.
Zach, the first thing we want to do is locate the center of the rows that we're going to be putting those stompers on. So we're putting a 6-row kit on here, 3 rows on each side of the header. Right now, center of your 3rd row is going to come down right here.
Okay.
Okay, that's approximately where that G4 shoe is going to run. The second one is approximately here, and the 3rd one is approximately here.
Okay. So what we're going to do is have the stompers take up the main 3 rows right in front of the combine tires.
The main 3 rows in front of the front duals, and
Okay.
then your rear tire as well.
Okay.
Zach, now that we've located where the G4 shoes are going to go according to your tires and your rows, we can now get our mount brackets put on. On this particular head, you can see the back side, we have a solid shroud or steel on the back side.
Right.
Not all models come like that. Some will be open.
Okay.
So we will have to drill a hole through this, which
Yep.
is perfectly fine. It's not going to hurt anything or do any damage or interfere with anything.
Sure.
Zach, another nice feature about our head mount brackets, 2000 and newer 600 series John Deeres are with the 6x6 mainframe beam. Earlier in 2012, it's going to be a 5x5 beam. The nice thing about our header brackets, it's going to accommodate both 5x5 and 6x6s. Okay, now we got the outside header bracket installed and the bolts just snugged up. We'll put our inside header bracket on.
I would assume then these brackets go in and have an adjustment up and down so that you can adjust the entire bar?
They do, Zach. You can see the additional adjustment space that you have on here.
Yep.
And what that allows you to do, most growers out there like to cut corn at 3 to 4 inches.
Sure.
Some growers out there, they like to go a little more, you know, at 6 to 7, 8 inches. They like to cut it a little bit higher.
Yep.
This allows you for more additional adjustment to drop that shoe lower or raise it if need to be.
So then you can adjust the entire bar and move everything up and down, and you also have adjustments on the shoe, is that correct?
That is correct. Another reason for adjustment too is tire size. Obviously with
Sure.
the bigger tires, the taller tires, you have different angles on the head. So we have the adjustment that is necessary.
Sure. Are we putting flat washers on the back and the lock washer?
Just going to be the lock washer.
Okay.
Okay, these are going to be the U-bolts that hold that toolbar in place. We're going to start off with a 72-inch toolbar. We're going to get that in place. I'm thinking we're going to have enough length. I'm not real positive until we get it in place and see where our rows line up.
Okay.
We'll get the G4s put together, the torsion unit bolted onto the G4 shoe.
Okay.
And we'll put them in place and see exactly where we're sitting on the location.
All right. How much assembly is there to assemble the actual stomper here with the unit that has the torsion spring in it?
Assembly is going to be very minimal. When we package our kit boxes, we take a look at freight and how much we can get in one box to save on freight as well.
Sure.
The torsion unit will come separate from the G4 shoe itself. It's just a matter of putting 4 bolts on and
Simple enough. So 4 bolts is basically, that's it.
correct.
Run 4 bolts through here onto the unit there.
Correct.
So this is the actual bracket that goes onto the 2x2 on the header that this goes on, I assume.
This is going to be your mount bracket. So this is going to get bolted right onto the 2x2.
Okay.
We'll get that in place.
Yep.
And then your torsion unit
Goes right in
slide
there.
right in there.
Okay.
Next, we're putting our 2-bar mount brackets. We located the position and we are installing them onto the toolbar. Now that everything is in position, we have the header brackets tightened up, we have the vertical brackets in place, we have the toolbar on the vertical brackets, and then we have our 2-bar mount brackets in place. We can go ahead and get our G4s put on. There you have it, Zach. We have one side done. Now we'll move on over to the other side and get the other 3 rows put on.
Perfect.
Okay.
Looks fine, you don't have to run that.
We good? Okay. For the growers out there that want to outfit the entire head with all 12 rows in your case,
Yep.
we do have what's called an end support bracket. And the outside of your framework on your 600 is going to have 2 holes drilled into this plate already.
Okay.
We'll bolt this plate up. After we get your toolbar snug up and level, so what we'll do is this little bracket here, we'll get that in place after everything's tight and level. We'll mark our holes, drill the holes, and put the cordon hardware in that's needed.
So you can get this, the way we're doing it here is just a 6-row, but we would have the option to go to a full 12 row.
You would have the option to go a full 12 row. And what the end support bracket does, because of the length and the number of rows, it
Yeah.
ties everything together and keeps everything solid.
Just gives it that extra support.
Right. Zach, the great thing about this setup on your 600, if in the near future you want to upgrade to that 700 series John Deere,
Yep.
it's just a matter of taking everything off, and this will bolt right up to your 700.
So it'll all bolt on to a new series head.
It will all bolt right up. Framework is all the same.
What if I want to go to a red one? Just kidding, I would never do that.
Zach, if you want to, if you want to go to the Case IH style, it's just a matter of dropping everything off. The only thing you would need to do is change over your mount brackets
Okay.
or your head mount brackets. Good. There you have it, Zach. Your 6-row kit completely installed. And as you can see, the 3 different lockable positions.
Yep.
This is operation, lock. Putting it on the head trailer or storage.
Yep.
We can either do a quarter turn, lock in position,
Yep.
or we can do a full half turn.
Full half turn, completely up and out of the way.
Completely up and out of the way.
That's a lot easier than grabbing the old style with the spring and the big shoe and wiggling it out of there with one hand and pulling the pin with the other and walking to the back of the shed with it.
Right, and it's unbalanced.
And it's, yeah, right.
It's unbalanced.
So I see the pin system you've got here. The pin looks a little bit different. It's got kind of a shield over the top of it.
That is what we call our pin guard.
Okay.
Another little safety precaution to keep the stocks from getting in and getting a hold of this little clip.
Yep.
Another great feature is we went with a twist lock safety clip on it.
So it's not going to be as easy for it to just pop it out of there. It's going to have to actually twist that pin to knock it out.
With that safety, it's a twist lock clip,
Sure.
and you literally have to twist it and then lift to get that pull out of that pin.
The number one reason why we like to run stock Stompers is because tires are expensive and corn stalks are hard on them. So when we run over those corn stalks for a few thousand acres, eventually you can see the wear mark right in the tire,
Right.
where it's working on that tire. And these things are really expensive, so we run these stock Stompers, snap the stocks over, and then it takes the strength out of them. That way the tires roll right over top of them without getting any damage.
Right, right. Not only that, tire companies stop warranting their tires as well.
Sure. I'm excited about these things, but I'm curious, what are you guys finding as far as the life expectancy on the shoe? How long are these things going to last me?
Very good question, Zach. With the variables of different soil types and different abrasions, you may say, some shoes may get less acres, some shoes may get more acres. The life expectancy of that torsion unit, you'll actually wear that head out before the torsion unit.
Okay, and it looks like the shoes are pretty easily replaceable.
The shoes are very easy to be replaced. 4 bolts, pop them off, put the new shoe on, 4 bolts, and you're going down the roads again.
Great. Thanks, Eric.
You're welcome. Enjoy those Stompers.
We will.
Boy, he sure talks a lot.
No, man, JB, I never thought we were going to get out of here.
Boy, that sure didn't take very long. One guy didn't talk very much.